Hey, I know there's a little delay, but I think
I know, is it
we're
like
live.
9 seconds or something, I feel?
Let me tweet that we're live. There we go. 3 people, it says. Oh, I'm not on the comments. That's why.
Yeah, I opened the comments. There's no one commenting.
Oh, I got a notification on my phone that we're live too. That's cute. I feel bad, like the West Coast is just waking up.
West Coast is just waking up. I guess it's 9 a.m. for them. I feel like we've been up for a little bit. It's a Sunday.
Heather, Susanna.
I think I really woke up at 7:30. But Rachel's text woke me up, actually.
What time was Rachel's text? It didn't wake me up.
7:30, I think. I was like on the
It was like
couch.
It was probably like 7:15 because I was at work and then I had a quick break, so I texted you.
Oh yeah, that is early because it was 5:30 for me.
Right.
I did almost fall asleep before we hopped on. I was on my couch.
Can you imagine that we're on and
Sam, like you don't even drink and you're acting hungover, and I find it hilarious. Like you're literally acting hungover, and I'm like,
yeah.
But you're also not used to staying up till 2 a.m. So.
No, mentally, I kind of am hungover.
Mentally hungover.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess I'll pull up the first question. So somebody wants to ask us. They're just curious, but how have we been? And they love us and miss us.
Well, we didn't really say hi. Hi.
We didn't say hi. Sorry. We're just talking amongst ourselves like usual.
We're in our own world. I think we've all been pretty good. Like we had an episode last week where we just kind of caught up, and like that was really nice and really fun, and I love that. And then we realized let's kind of take it to like the next level, do something a little bit different, and almost have like a live-ish episode. And so here we are, and like because of that, I'm in a great mood. Like I started my day off like, yes, I get to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, I've been pretty good too.
Yeah.
Just busy. But I'm happy we can sit down and have this live. But I looked, the last one was in September. So that's like, how many months ago is that? Can we math real quick?
Well, it's almost May.
January, February, March, April, May. 8 months.
8 months ago?
8 months. JC's here. Issa's here.
Hello from the other side.
So whoever submitted that, we love you too, and we probably miss you too.
I'm good. I was at a wedding last night, so that's why I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Sam killed it. Sam had an amazing suit.
I was dancing all night, so my body hurts.
Well, speaking of Sam, we have a question just for you. It says, for Sam, what was it like being on Blippi? And we had this question a few times, so I just put it in like one question. So tell the people, they want to know.
It was a lot of fun. Totally very, very unexpected. It was right after the article in the Philadelphia Inquirer came out last year that my very, very high up boss at the ballpark had texted me. He's like, do you know what Blippi is? They're filming one at the ballpark. It's a kid show, and never heard of it. They did one with the Arizona Diamondbacks a couple of years ago that he told me that got 100 million views. It has up to over 100 million views. I'm like, okay. And he's like, they want you to be in it. I'm like, okay. And so I talked to my boss at my day job and was like, can I come in late on Thursday or whatever day it was? And she's like, yeah. So I went down to the ballpark real early, and I was almost on the field. I was like on the warning track, but it was actually really cool because I'd never been down there that far. Down there.
That is cool.
And the whole crew, the director was Australian. He was very nice. The guy that plays Blippi, his name's Clayton. He is not like that in real life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine it's like a switch that he just flips and he's like in that personality.
Think a preschool teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Simply, he is a preschool teacher. That's like the personality, and that's where it comes from. Like off camera, normal guy, regular old guy. On camera, he just acts. Because I even asked him if like it was scripted, because I am not an actor. In high school, I was a part of theater. I did stage crew. I was not getting my butt on stage no hell or high water, no way. And then he told me, it's like, no, can't be scripted, because if it was, he would even go crazy. I'm like, thank God. But they gave me the gist of the scene. If you all saw the episode, it was just Blippi wants a snack. I was bringing the snacks. But they were all really easy. They made it all very comfortable, very fun, very lighthearted. I was like, if we messed up, just do it again. No one was mad. Luckily, I didn't drop anything. I didn't fall. No one got hurt. I remember we took some pictures, and I'm surprised they haven't posted them.
Oh, like professional pictures?
Yeah, like, because his fiance, they're not married yet. His fiance runs the whole social media.
How old is he?
Oh, wow.
Late 20s, 30s.
It was really fun to like play the clip of you, right? And like just be waiting. Like I knew I opened that link like looking for Sam, right? But then even when Sam popped up, I was like, what the heck?
Oh, I didn't even know it was coming out. I was at a concert. I was at the Somerset show, and in between bands, I'm looking at Instagram, and then I see a promo between Blippi and the Philly Fanatic, and I'm like, is this coming out tomorrow? And then I messaged Clayton, just like, hi, is this tomorrow? And I was texting you guys too, and I kept getting misinformation, because he's like, they did a couple episodes or whatnot, and then he looked, and he said, yeah, you're in it tomorrow. And when I woke up, I didn't know where to find it, but somebody had messaged me on Twitter on my personal page, a Phillies fan. He was like, I'm watching this with my son and did not expect to see you in this.
Aww.
I was like, and then I asked him, like, hey, where can I find that? So he sent me the link. And then I sent it to you guys. I sent it to my parents, and my mom was downstairs trying to figure out how to put it on the TV. And then I just come down, I heard my voice, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's so cool. Such a cool experience.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be on a kid show. And then when I went to the game, that day or the next day? Yeah, it was that day. I did have some couple little kids and their parents. So they said they saw me on Blippi. One little girl just ran up to me and asked me my name.
Aww.
And then her dad was behind her. He's like, she saw you on Blippi. I'm like,
I love kids.
That's cute.
It was really sweet. And I'm glad I got to do it.
Blippi needs to give Sam a spin-off series.
Oh, God. I'm not built for kids television.
Popcorn girl.
I'm not built for kids television. Not all the time.
Each episode, you can do a different section. Like, I'm in section 101 today.
There's about I don't even know how many there are. What's the next question? But no, it was really fun. Thank you all for watching it. I imagine not everyone here is watching kids television.
JC said that they tell their friends and family they know you, and they freak out. You're definitely a celeb.
You're fantastic. But when I was at my friend's wedding last night, I sat down at my table, and I believe it was I was sitting with my friends, like the moms, a couple of her friends, and like including like my friend, the bride's godmother. And she leans over and she's like, "Are you the one that sells the popcorn?" It's like, yes, that is me.
You know, the more things you're in and the more articles get written about you, people are going to recognize you more.
No, next wedding, you're going to be contracted to be selling popcorn around the wedding.
The first time, I had only known my friend about 3 weeks because we worked together. No, actually, no, it had to be longer because she started in like February. But maybe 2 months. But I met her fiance's parents at a game because the dad just... Aw. Thanks, Heather. The dad stood up. He's in the middle of a section. He's like, "Hey." Ironically enough, her name's Rachel, too. He's like, "Do you know Rachel?
It's a great name.
You work at this place?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's my future daughter-in-law." And I'm like, "Cool. Nice to meet you."
People are so interesting.
And then he tipped me like 50. He handed me a 20, bought popcorn, handed me a 20, and then said, keep the rest. And I'm like, well, thank you.
It's definitely good for your business. It's good for saving up for that Europe trip, huh?
Yes. And then I was like, I'll probably never see those people again. And then I was at the wedding last night.
I guess I'll explain to them how we're going to do the question. So we got a good mix of ERP and then not ERP related questions. So we're going to kind of go back and forth. So like one question will be ERP related, one question will be non-ERP. So we have our first ERP related one, and it is favorite con memory to date.
Meeting Emily Andres.
That's kind of like an evil question because that's really hard to choose.
It is.
Meeting
I was trying to think
the first time.
like before this, and I couldn't really think of one specific. And also, it's like
also
what kind of memory? Because if it's like a feeling memory, then I'm saying Palooza because that was my first con, and like the feeling in my body when I entered that con, like I didn't have that at any other con. But like panel memory wise, you know what I'm talking about? Like there could be so many different memories.
I think my answer is probably that first Denver con that we went to, the tiny one, and all of you guys were there. Amy and Ben and Mitch were there, and Nash and I were the last ones to show up, and we like walked up to you guys at that restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
That moment was like I got to walk into like meeting all of my friends for the first time in person at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just like so surreal and so wild. And like I guess it wasn't at the con, but it was only because of that con.
Yeah.
I had a really good chicken sandwich at that place, so I like that place.
That was a good place.
It was a really good place.
It was
if you're ever in Denver and it's called Rock Bottom. I'm trying to think, Sam, can you think of anything for you?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Just meeting Emily for the first time. That will still just be top.
I don't think you were shaken for anyone else in line.
No.
That's definitely one of my prominent memories too, is Sam meeting Emily.
I was right. Yeah, because I was right next to her, and you were up above us, Tay.
Also, watching Tay meet Kat for the first time.
That was
fun.
I'm trying to think. I'm just gonna stick with like the feeling memory, and I'm gonna say Palooza because Palooza.
I don't know if I don't know if Kevin's here, but he might be listening. But also meeting Kevin for the first time.
Oh yeah, we love him.
We love Kevin. That was like it was just. He walked in the hotel and I'm coming off the elevator and we're all there and it was just like yes, this is a good moment.
It is such a like surreal experience. Surreal. Like just like say you're hanging out in the lobby like we all do, and then just people come and you're like you know them but you've never met them, but you're like you go up to them, you hug them, like it's just a surreal experience. I'm really excited to like have it again this season.
Cody almost tackled me.
Unique city in a weird environment, and you see somebody else across the street wearing something ERPy, you're like, oh my god, because like that just doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah,
for me, in my town. But I would say too, like, yeah, just like being able to hang out in a hotel lobby and just like see people who are here and like having their own exciting moments. Like that's really fun.
Judy,
Athena, you're gonna be at ERP Fusion. Me and Sam will be there, so we get to meet you.
Hell yeah. Judy, I did not cry when I met Emily.
She was close.
She was close.
I was just shaking a lot. She was the first cast member. Because I had a whole plan, but I needed to get my script first. So I didn't cry, but I was just shaking a lot.
And then you did the oh my god, like you did your oh my god.
So I counted my money 20 times.
I know. I was watching above, and Sam was like fucking around with her backpack and recounting her money and like adjusting the straps on her bag and putting things in and taking things out and just like trying to keep herself occupied.
And then Jen was there, and Jen's had her boot on her ankle. I made her got her a chair.
Jen did have a boot. I forgot that.
It's the boot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to know everyone else's favorite con memory too. We could put them in the comments and we can read them. All right. So this one, I think we've mentioned this briefly on one of our episodes. I can't remember which one, but it's a food related question. And it is, what is the proper ratio of peanut butter and jelly on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I don't eat PB&J.
That's
Is it
fair.
your ratios are wrong?
Do you eat peanut butter banana, Sam, or no?
Butter and banana.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm gonna toast it toasted.
Kevin's here.
Oh, Kevin. Hi.
Okay, I say like it's got to be almost like double the jelly to peanut butter.
Really?
Yes. I'm definitely more like sweet.
We've had this discussion many, many, many times at work, and some of my coworkers are weird. Like I think one guy will put peanut butter and jelly on one slice of bread and then put the other top on. And it's like,
Tay,
what?
Eva is the exact opposite of you. They
Yeah,
are 2 times peanut butter as jelly.
Lyra says no peanut butter, 100% jelly.
Okay, well, what kind of jelly?
Interesting.
What kind of jelly though? Grape, strawberry,
Well, also,
peach?
I don't know how popular these are in other countries. Are they popular in other countries?
I don't know.
I mean, I know obviously anybody can eat one, but like I know like Americans tend to like eat them more.
Peanut butter and jellies were my like convention sandwich of choice though, because I could just put it like
Oh yeah,
go
for sure.
Here and find those ingredients and then just
you did have those Uncrustables in
those are the best.
Those saved my life once I figured out that little backpack treat.
That's right, because we gave Alex one for the first time, Argentina Alex, and they were like, "What is this?"
Oh, Issa's homemade strawberry jam. That sounds so good.
Okay, that I would eat. I would strawberry over grape if I had to pick one, but not with.
Okay, so that makes sense. Peanut butter really isn't very popular in France, so that makes sense.
Oh, like Lyra says peanut butter specifically.
Yeah, is not really popular in France.
I imagine jams and jellies are because of like all the pastry.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
I make peanut butter and jelly for lunch quite a lot, and my ratio is I put more peanut butter than jelly, but like not more, like it's kind of 50-50 with like a little more peanut butter.
Okay, what are you doing? Crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
I do creamy. I don't want crunchy.
No, crunchy.
One time did I accidentally buy crunchy?
I remember this.
And it was so disappointing when I took off that seal and I just saw speckles of peanuts. And I was like, well, I have nothing else. So I had
like, it's weird because you do chew a regular, like with creamy peanut butter, you still kind of chew it when you bite into it, but it's just you don't hear, it's like hearing the crunch and like having the crunch in there.
I don't need that.
It's a lot of different textures, I guess, going on if you throw crunchy peanut butter into the mix.
I love this comment from Issa that Alex trying food and reacting is my favorite thing because I watched Alex try ranch for the first time.
The ranch. I remember seeing that video.
I don't even like ranch myself, but watching Alex try it did make my day.
I want to ask for international people, what should Sam and I try when we're over there? Like, is there anything
in Manchester?
Well, Manchester, and then like you're going to Italy.
You need to try mushy peas.
Mushy peas?
Mm-hmm. The people usually get them with fish and chips. It's a British thing.
Do I have to get the fish? Can I just get the chips?
I mean, well, yeah, you don't have to do fish and chips.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be in Manchester, London, Paris, and Sam's going to Italy. Mm-hmm. So, any suggestions? Eva says mushy peas are good. Okay.
From Ireland.
Okay, gelato. Oh yeah, Sam, you're gonna have so much gelato when you
I will be eating all the. I cannot wait for the food.
That's gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you as you're making your way.
Mm-hmm.
Like pancake flavored gelato, and then for lunch you can have a peanut butter jelly flavored gelato.
Oh, you gotta get the crepes in France, right?
Oh yeah.
I think Rachel's brain just stopped working for a second. I saw that in her eyes. Did anybody else?
Because I like crepes. That's like the place to get them.
Susanna, I need the food recommendations.
It's gonna be so cool because not only are you guys traveling to these places and being able to try the new things, but like you're gonna know people from those places. So like, yeah, you need to go find a crepe, but like you're gonna have a friend with you that's like, this is the best spot to get those crepes. Like that's gonna be so.
I'll be by myself in Italy.
Brioche with gelato, like brioche bread with gelato.
That's a different one.
I don't know.
I love brioche bread. And then Tim Tams. Yeah, I know we can get them here, but I'm not sure. Well, those are in Australia, but I don't know where I would get them. Like a exotic candy store? No.
I can't. There was a
All right, what a great question. I love food questions.
Yeah, there was a patient at work who's from Italy, and I was asking him, I need recommendations, and he told me of one place, Pescara, to go
Ooh.
there. It's like 2 hours east of Rome, and he told me about a chicken restaurant that or a restaurant that has like the smoked chicken. And it's like, sign me up. Yes.
Now we're getting so many food things in the comments.
Yeah, food is definitely like the heart of this podcast because of Sam's questions each week. Like they got everybody's like food brains going.
I try.
All right, so now we're gonna go back to an herb question, and this should be, well, it's like you think it'd be an easy question, but it's kind of hard. What's your most used herb quote or saying?
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, Susanna, yes, I'm flying into Milan from Manchester or from London. My most used. Oh,
I think I know mine. I go like supernaturally oogly. I say that all the time to people, and I know nobody knows what it's from. And then I get looks, but like it's a quote that like people don't even know you're quoting, so like they just think you're being funny. Like so, it just gets passed and get looks.
Eva took mine. Eva, I agree. Time is a flat circle.
I agree with Lyra because I say I would never. Like I say it all the time. Like if someone is like my mom all the time, she's like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I would never." But like she doesn't get it. I mean, she's seen the show.
Why
but
not?
Also, recently I've been saying "fuck a duck" because it was in another show that I watched, so it's in my mind.
Why not says like what that can be arranged, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say that one a lot.
I do say guac excuse me sometimes. Like there are you will find yourself in many settings where that one actually works.
I can hear
this is a good one, Isa. I feel like I can hear space and time.
That's Sam this morning with her non-hangover hangover.
Who says that quote?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who says I feel like I can hear space and time? It's not ringing a bell.
Is it not Winona?
Is it not Winona?
Oh, honestly, I just forgot.
Time for a rewatch.
I'm a little outdated on my herb trivia. I will give you that. No, it's Nicole.
Nicole. Yes, it's after the.
That makes sense.
We're all outdated on our trivia. We need to.
We are. We are very outdated.
If somebody wants to host a trivia night with a practice night beforehand, we'll be in that.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. Okay, so this is a non-herb question, and I think it's going to be a fun one. And I've never been asked this before, so it is, you can pick 3 companions during an apocalypse. What would their professions be? Like usually it's like, who do you want? But this one says, what's their professions, which I think is a really cool question.
What skill set do you need to be accompanied by?
So
I would want like what are they called? Like, and it's like an outdoorsman because they would probably know like what leaves and berries you can like.
That's a good one.
And use to make things.
A nature person.
Yeah, I don't know what profession that would be.
Like a tour guide, like hiking tour guide. What are they called? There is a
ranger. That could
maybe if they have that skill set. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of what the word is.
I want like a landscaper or a construction worker, someone that knows how to use all the different power tools that can kill zombies. So
you're having power tools? You gonna find some power tools?
Sam just needs to walk into a Home Depot.
Well, yes. Number one place to go to during an apocalypse is Lowe's or Home Depot.
A botanist? Yes, that's what it is, JC. Because they know all the plants and stuff.
So then you also like everybody's saying doctor. Like
everyone is saying doctor. You do need a doctor or a nurse, or at least bring a medical kit with you, and you can figure it out.
But I would also want some version of somebody that's like really diplomatic in terms of like they can take the reins when you come across new people.
Yeah.
Like I want like a mayor or something like that with me. Somebody who's just like can talk to anybody.
Bring your mayor.
Bring your day job with you.
Wait, side note, did you guys watch the trailer for the new Hunger Games film?
I did.
I did not. I'm not letting myself because I still
looks
have
really
the
good.
book. It's sitting on my shelf, and I remember like
Right.
reading
You're
the other ones before seeing anything for the movies, and so it felt like two special treats.
You're one
And
of
I
the biggest
was like,
Hunger Games fans I know.
It looks really good though.
Yeah. At least oh yeah, I agree with Eva on this one.
Texting the short people be a profession because I follow it. Then I guess we need Paige.
Yeah, I would. Okay, so I only said one. Well, I guess I said a doctor. The third one maybe would just be like my best friend because I have to get along with somebody. Like if I'm bringing two random people, I need to have somebody that I know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their profession is just Rachel's best friend.
Yeah. Maybe they're good at like something obscure that could help us. I don't know. Direction? No, but the botanist would know that, right?
Yeah, they would know they know how to read a compass.
Or like at least they know how to read the moss.
Well, I would think I would go
Oh,
Sam.
yeah.
I need to have somebody that's good with like how to use some weapons. Like whether it's like a machete or like something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think maybe if you can like enlist somebody that was like military, you might be able to cover like
someone.
Navy
Yeah, Judy. Judy's been saying Navy SEAL
stuff.
Yeah, Judy's been saying Navy SEAL, and Louisa agrees with Judy.
Yeah,
that was a fun one.
That's a fun one.
I appreciate that question.
Military doctor.
All right, so this one's another ERP one, and I think I'm gonna have to think about this for a minute.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm yawning.
This person had a discussion this week on the ERP moment that shocked them the most / caught them off guard the most. So what are our moments that did that for us?
Nicole falling through the grate.
Oh, that's a good one.
I was also thinking when Doc drank Charlie.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I never it took me a couple rewatches to realize like why that was happening.
Also Charlie being Julian.
Yeah.
That too. And honestly for me, the big one that I did not see coming was Dolls dying. Like because I hadn't known while I was watching it that like Shamir had planned to leave and like wanted to leave. So I wasn't expecting Dolls to go anywhere. And then like all of a sudden he was like, and then just dead. And I was like, oh my God. Like I actually cried.
Like hand in hand with that one is like the scene of the truck like being flipped over and stuff. Like when you can see how absolutely devastating that accident is. Like when it zooms out and you can see the whole thing, it's like, oh shit.
Judy says Winona shooting Clanton in the back.
Paige said Dark
That was a shock one.
Lyra said Shay. That was one.
That's true.
And Return of Jolene, I also didn't see that coming, but I had a feeling.
You saw it in the trailer, right?
In the trailer, the person doing the thing with Waverly was blonde, and at the time, Zoe was blonde, and I was like, this is the only possible explanation because Ma'am was dead, like Ma'am Clanton was dead, and she was blonde. And I was like, the only possible explanation is Zoe Palmer comes back as Jolene.
What about Willa?
I saw that.
Okay, that did shock me. I didn't see it coming.
I did. It didn't surprise me as much. I was just like, didn't know when to expect her back.
I think with Willa, like the thing that was most shocking about her whole thing to me was the fact that she like came and then was gone so fast. Does that make sense? Like, I thought surely like we were going to get through that and then she was going to become a main character and stick around.
Yeah, I wish I thought that too.
Very quickly dismissed.
Same with Mama coming back. Mama, or that I kind of expected that just because they kept mentioning her and all these different things, and then it's like, all right, she's gonna show up eventually because they're foreshadowing a lot of things.
Yeah. The return of the Stetson and the khakis, that too. See, but they gave that away in the trailer. Like, you know, it would have absolutely blown our minds had we not seen it in the trailer. I mean, like, it was still like chef's kiss, but like, if it wasn't in the trailer, it would have been a 402, I think, all over again. We would have been like losing our shit.
Which there are people who were doing very good about like staying away from like the internet for stuff. So there are people out there who probably didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, yeah.
And oh, I'm so jealous of those people.
What everyone else say? It's pretty much all
1834.
Oh, the 18-month gap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
that was like one of the times my mouth literally went.
Oh.
Like it was literally a jaw dropper.
Yeah. Oh, the what's my angel's name thing. The Bobo.
Yes.
Winona and Waverly.
Which that too, it took me a few rewatches to kind of get the whole context of everything.
I didn't get that at first.
Yeah. That's the thing with I don't think anybody can get everything the first time through. There's no way with this show.
Pregnancy. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Sam, here we go. This next question fits what you just did. Which of the 7 dwarves would you be? Sleepy, grumpy, happy, sneezy, dopey, bashful, or Doc?
Get me Sleepy.
What's bashful? Because I feel like that would be me.
Like he's like timid, kind of.
I thought bashful was more like.
Bashful's like.
I can't think of the word.
When I think of bashful, I think of someone smirking. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
What is a Doc though? What does he do? He's like their little main guy, right? But like, is he just like what's his personality? It's not in his name.
I don't know what his personality is actually.
Well, his job is to sort the diamonds that Grumpy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Happy have unearthed.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never seen the animated Snow White.
I don't think I have either.
I'm a little lost here. I don't know who I'd be.
Because like the reason I've not seen it is because like the witch, like I'm scared easily, and especially when I was little, I was scared even easier. And like even the witch with like the apple, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah. So I never really watched it.
I looked it up. Doc is the leader and spokesman of the dwarves. He's pompous, wordy, and of great dignity, and he feels his superiority.
You're not pompous, Tay. You can't be Doc.
I can picture him though. Like I know what this one looks like. I don't know the colors for the other guys.
The glasses.
They all have the different, they have the different colors.
This one.
Sneezy is me the past month though because my allergies are going crazy.
Retweet.
Like this shit's ridiculous. The weather is just it's a roller coaster, and my allergies are not having it.
On any other day, I would like to think I'm happy though. Just not.
Yeah, I think we're all generally pretty.
We're all happy. Just on other days at certain times, like right now, I'm sleepy.
All right, so this one, I think I know who this one came from. This one says, "What is a Winona Earp fanfic idea that you've always wanted to see come to life but never have?" Tay, I feel like this one's mainly for you because Sam and I really don't read fic.
So I don't even know.
This one's mainly for you, Tay, and mainly for the folks in the chat.
I was realizing the other day, so right now we're in like round 1 of Stanley Cup playoffs. And
go Kraken!
Seattle Kraken, and my girlfriend's team is Colorado Avalanche, and they were set to be against each other for round 1. And they've basically gone game for game. So we're at this point where tonight is the 7th game of the first round, and like it's just at the point of whichever team wins this game wins that, like moves forward. Like all these other 6 games almost mean nothing because they've made it.
It's basically 0-0 in the series.
Yeah,
technically.
And so we've been hockeying it up a lot. And I was thinking, oh my god, I've never read a hockey fic, but that has to exist. There's no way.
The show's set in Canada.
Yes, but like every sport is
like what kind of fic? Is it like enemies to lovers? They're on separate teams, or they're on the same team and they've been best friends and they fall in love with each other? Like what's the premise?
I think like we could get really fun with like Winona and Nicole as like on rival teams, right? And then maybe Waverly's like a team manager. Like maybe Waverly manages Wynona's team or something like that.
Heather says they do exist.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying is they have to exist. I just haven't read any of them. So
Shan, you're supposed to be in Hawaii. What are you doing here?
Okay, so people, please send me the hockey fix.
Yeah, send Tay all the fic recs.
I didn't. Oh, Jen.
Hi,
Jen
Jen.
would know.
Jen would know. Waverly's team manager, Sticks and Skates universe. Wynonna and together. Okay.
Okay. Shan is in Hawaii. Shan, are you in Hawaii with Airper Film?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shan.
Jen.
I was like, what time is it there?
All right, speaking of traveling, if you could teleport anywhere in the world, where would you go? Interesting to know what everyone else thinks.
Honolulu is -6 hours from me, so it's 6:36 a.m. right now. Oh, thanks, Shan.
6:36 a.m.
You're a good friend to Amber and all of us, and you're just in Hawaii. If I could teleport anywhere, I don't know. Somewhere where it's sunny, because
is it like a time machine or no? What are we saying?
We could go both.
I guess you just cut out your travel time, right? It doesn't really matter how you're doing it. But.
Yeah, like you just go right there. But no, I'm saying like, can I teleport like back to 1970s? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I would love to meet my parents as kids, as like teenagers or like young adults.
But do you think that would mess up the whole butterfly effect thing?
Or I would just watch from afar.
Okay.
Marty McFly, Back to the Future style, watch from afar, not intervene, but I would easily, because I'm pretty sure I would have hated my parents as teenagers.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it as a time machine, and I'm gonna go back to when my mom's grandma was alive, because like I was up with my grandma the other day and she was talking about her, and I think I would have loved her. Like she said, like she was exactly like how I am. So I was like, oh, good. So I was like, yeah. So I really wish I could go back and meet her, because like my grandma brought out like she has like her wallet, so it had like her ID in it, had her bus schedules in it, some of her like little things. So yeah, I'd love to go back and meet her.
That's cool.
I think I want to go the route that Issa's on in the comments, being like, I just want this machine so I can go to my friends across the pond, like impromptu.
I would, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just chilling watching The Bachelor, and here comes Issa right in my living room. Hey, friend. That'd be so fun, though.
Yeah, it does suck. It's like we can't just like hang out on a Friday night and order pizza and watch a movie.
I know.
Damn, geography.
So if any of you brilliant people want to get on creating teleporters and time machines, please do that for the benefit of our community.
Yes. There's got to be some smart people out there that can do that.
I'm not volunteering. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot more math and science
you
than
probably have to have like a special like element too. Like, you know how in Back to the Future it's like, what is it in Back to the Future?
I don't know.
It's like
it's not plutonium.
Plutonium?
Is it plutonium?
I don't know, but you probably have to have like a special element. And what is it, Sam? What is it in Warrior Nun that they can go to a different dimension?
It is plutonium. You're right.
But like you probably have to have something like that, and it probably doesn't even exist.
Right. Which I think is just how every like fictional thing brings this thing in, because it doesn't exist. Like there's got to be an element to make it exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because since nobody's solved how to do this in real life, like we don't know what that element would be.
Yeah. It's so fun. Okay, so speaking of hanging out, these segues are just coming themselves. This says, if you could hang out with one cast member from Wynonna Earp for a whole day, who would you choose and what would you do for that day?
Oh, shit.
And I feel like, so I think before having cons, my answer would have been different than after having cons.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
What's
mean?
your before cons answer then?
Before cons, I probably would have said Dom. But then like meeting Dom, they're so like chill and like laid back, and that's not how I am.
Yeah.
So that we wouldn't probably hang out that well together. After cons, I'd probably say I'm torn between like I think
I'm gonna go with Varun.
Emily. I'm thinking Emily and me, or Kat and me would have a good time.
Actually, Kat would be fun too. We could go play basketball with Kat.
Home reno with Kat.
But Varun would have a good. He's someone to have a good time.
He seems like he's down for anything.
Varun would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But also like Danny would be really fun. Like Danny would be a different kind of chill, you know, like but like go at the same time. My before con answer would definitely. Honestly, I think it would be a split between Kat and Mel.
Mm-hmm.
But almost after cons, I honestly think my answer would be Mel. Like after meeting her, I think Mel.
Yeah. Like any of them, honestly. Give me a chance and take the chance to hang out with any of them. But what would you guys want to do? Like, where are you going?
That's true. That's the second part of the question that we didn't answer. Okay.
Because honestly, I would go to Dave and Buster's with Kat.
Like an arcade or like go bowling with them would be so fun.
I would go bowling with them. Well, yes, I would go bowling any day of the week with them.
I'm gonna say Emily, and we could go. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that.
I think like going to like a drag bingo or something would be so fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
Going to drag bingo with Mel.
Then me and Kat will meet you there.
Yeah, let's just all go. Let's all go to drag bingo.
Let's just pick different people, and then we'll capitalize on this moment and all come together in our little time machine.
And sit at the same table. There we go.
Like, oh, we didn't know you'd be here tonight. Or go to I think going to a Raptors game with Kat.
Oh.
With any of them, actually. They're all basketball fans.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Good question.
That was food tour with Kat. Lisa.
What did Eva say? Yeah, that'd be cool to like go to the ERP set with any of them too, because they can show you around and they'll probably tell you like behind the scenes stories and stuff. That'd be so cool.
Like a take your kids to work day, except like we're the kids.
All right, next question, simple one maybe. It is, what is for dinner tonight?
Pasta.
Good question.
I am having pizza. I'm making it myself though.
Ooh.
Anything special? Anything fun?
I bought like flatbreads, like artisan flatbreads, nice. So I'm gonna make it myself. Yeah.
I think we might be doing salmon.
Ooh.
That's like our favorite thing. We go like,
how do you cook it?
What we do is we like go to Costco so that we get like a huge ass.
Yep.
And then we portion it all, put it
nice.
in the freezer, and then you can just pull the one out or whatever, or the like individual portions out. And then we just like we bake it like lemon heavy, just like, and then always have like a salad with it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, because of the rain, my dad texted me. He's like, "Pull something out that can be cooked inside because he does not want you grilled tonight." Like that's fine.
Oh yeah. Is it raining over by you?
Oh, it's pouring. It's been raining all weekend.
I think you're probably still gonna get it because it's still raining here too.
Oh, fun. So I just
a lot of pizza. I'm seeing a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
Shan says tacos, of course.
No.
Shan's
Yeah.
probably gonna have like good fish tacos today.
You just said fish tacos. Last night at the wedding, all the appetizers were literally bite-sized things. They were like this tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the smallest fish tacos I have ever seen. Like, I can't even. They were about this big. They were that big. There was chicken sliders that were that big. The shrimp cocktails had just one little piece of shrimp in each cup. They were honestly really, really cute. And I was like, how the fuck do you make food that small? Like, if you ever seen like Instagram or Facebook videos of people making food for tiny things, like doll food that small, these
it's
a wedding
operation trying to assemble the plate.
I'm just like, hats off to you. So yeah, but nah, I'm doing pasta tonight. I took out we make our own sauce in a big pot, and then we portion it off and freeze it. So that's defrosting downstairs right now. And I'm yeah, it'll be very, very comforting tonight.
All right, next question. I'm excited for this one. So it is, if you could get 5 more seasons of a sapphic show that has been canceled unfairly and far too soon, which one would you pick and why? Which recently, I feel like that's every sapphic show that's out there right now.
Teenage Bounty Hunters.
I know. I thought you were going to say that. Sam.
Also,
that did have a lot of
potential because it didn't have very many seasons at all. So it is a
one
benefit from 5.
But it had a lot of potential.
So fucking good.
It had a lot of potential.
What's your answer, H?
Mine is honestly going to be Warrior Nun because that also has so much potential, and like the storylines that they could have with it
so big.
Is like I was so pissed once I ended season 2, and it opened it up for so many different storylines, and we're most likely not going to get any more. I know Simon's the creator's still working on it, but yeah, that one really hit me.
I'm honestly not sure. I would love to say Winona, but 5 more seasons of watching them not be able to just live a chill, calm life.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I think Sex Lives hasn't been canceled, but I think that's a show that it's almost sitcom-y to where it's that could just go.
Oh yeah. Sex Lives of College Girls could have so many seasons.
I hope they do let them graduate eventually.
I think they will. I feel like the plan. Well, I actually don't know because I don't know if they're thinking they'll get a 4th season or not.
Season 1 and 2 were just all freshman year.
Yeah, so they could accelerate it, and then honestly though, they could have content after college too.
They could.
It's that's a really good answer, Tay.
But I guess also I think another thing that popped in my head was Hill House, because there's Hill House and there's Bly Manor and they're different, and Bly Manor is way more screaming sapphic, but Hill House has a really cool lesbian character that I want some more of.
I'm trying to see of what the other ones.
Well, their own, obviously.
Oh yeah, I'm so mad about that.
That's unfair. What's watching?
Oh, The Wilds.
Oh, duh.
But The Wilds, I don't know 5 more seasons of The Wilds because if they were going to have me keep watching them be on an island for 5 more seasons, I don't think I could do that. But what they could have done is kind of what Yellow Jackets did is once they would get off the island, kind of follow them years into the future. But
I think that's what Lost. Did Lost do that? I never watched it.
Lost had 2 timelines going on, so it would put them in the future, but they were also still left.
Okay.
So it was messy.
Yeah, that was a good question. Someone said First Kill as well, which I think they should have given First Kill a 2nd season to kind of see where it went.
See if it could have kept going.
Because it could have definitely. It had more storylines in it. Okay. What's your favorite non-romantic relationship on Winona Earp, and why is it the Earp sisters? I wonder who this question's from. I don't know. There's so many.
Waverly and Jeremy are a good combo.
Yeah, that's what came to my head, especially because I know we had a good bit of them in season 2. Not really so much season 3, but then season 4, we got them back again. At least season 4B, we got them back again as best friends.
That first meeting between the two of them when Waverly did that horrible British accent.
Yeah.
And That it was just like their chemistry was set right from there. They didn't even know each other, and these two were already kind of bickering.
Yeah, I think that's my like first answer would be Waverly and Jeremy for sure. But I also like Jeremy and Rosita is a fun one.
Yeah. Because
Like,
we kind of got a glimpse of that in the AU.
Either of them. So like I would love to get more of them because it just means I get more of both characters.
Yeah.
True.
Mercedes and Winona, Winona and Nicole, Jeremy and Doc.
I do love Winona and Nicole. As best I love seeing two female best friends. Kevin.
It's a perfect question for Herb Sister Sunday.
It is Herb Sister Sunday.
Happy Herb Sister Sunday, Kevin.
All right, I'm moving this one question up because the last two are kind of go together. Okay, so this is a fun one. Do any of you believe in ghosts or spirits? And if you do, and if so, do you have any stories you can tell that happened to you personally or heard one from someone you trust or believe?
I think I do. Yeah, there was one time my mom and I forget where we were going, but we walked. Oh, I think we were going to the church around the corner from my house. I think it was something when I was still doing like CCD, like the weekly church thing.
Good old Catholic CCD.
Yeah, had it up until 6th grade. Got that communion. That was it. No, confirmation. That's the one.
I was gonna say it's confirmation, Sam.
Communion's I don't.
Communion is like 2nd grade.
Yeah, 1st or 2nd. But I remember we thought we heard the phone ring, and we saw the house phone because this was 2005. About that. And we come in, no missed calls, no message on the machine, but we both heard the phone ring because we were just walking up our driveway.
That's weird.
So that was a weird one.
Interesting. I believe in them just because, like, I believe in them, but I don't fuck with any of that shit. Like the scary movies that have ghosts or spirits, like, haunting people, I don't fuck with that shit. So for me, I do believe in it, but it's out of sight, out of mind for me, and I don't touch it. Like, it's over here, and it can be over there, and I'm fine over here in my happy bubble where I ignore all of that.
Have you had any interactions there? Have you had any interactions, like any instances?
No, and I think it's because I'm too happy of a person. Like, they don't want to. Well, no, I think that's how it goes. Like, they typically like what's it called?
Gravitate.
Yeah, they gravitate towards people who are like depressed or like, I don't know, like, because my mom watches Ghost Adventures, so she tells me all this stuff. But yeah, I think I'm too happy for them, which might sound like selfish and conceited, but like, I think that's true. Plus, like I said, I don't fuck with it. I don't go into houses that are supposedly haunted. I don't even go to like there's an asylum here, like in West Virginia, like 30 minutes away from me.
Oh,
where at Halloween you can go to the asylum, spend a night there. It's supposed to be haunted. People do that shit for you spend a night in a cell. And like, yeah, Louisa, no Ouija boards for me. I stay away from all that shit. And I don't know anybody personally that has had any experiences with it. So yeah.
I've never been to a haunted house though. That shit.
I can do amusement park haunted houses,
and like a house that some like legend says it's haunted. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah, I can do ones that are like set up in the middle of a park, but the ones that have been like here since like the 1800s, that used to be an old hospital, blah blah blah. No, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, no, fair. The first thing that popped into my head when this question popped up was like, this is one of those like core memories that I will just always have. I had to have been in like probably 3rd grade. And my friends and I, we were having a sleepover, and their bedroom was like above their garage. So it had this really long stairwell that was just straight from like the rest of the house up to just that room. And so like you could hear if somebody was coming up that stairs or going down that stairs because it was just a narrow hallway, right? And we were like all like telling different ghost stories and like trying to spook each other out. And then all of a sudden, like the doorknob.
For fun? You did that for fun?
We were little kids though. And the doorknob on the bedroom starts like rattling like crazy. And so like now looking and we were obviously too scared to go do anything about it or like go look. But now like we know like as an adult, I'm like definitely it was like the mom, like, right? It was like, I'm gonna fuck with them so hard. Like,
yeah.
And that's what happened. But for like that moment, we were losing our minds.
Yeah, like there's kids in town here that'll take a Ouija board to the cemetery and like I'm like, why are you trying to attract things to you? Like I'm the opposite. I do what I can to like keep it over there. Like I don't want anything even having the possibility to like attach to me or like anything like that.
I am like weirdly freaked out by there's got to be a name for this, but I am like freaked out about like old items. So like going to like antique stores and stuff gives me the heat.
Same Tay. And I think it's because in all the scary movies,
right off.
I think it's because in all the scary movies, like they happen to go into a store, buy like a dresser, and turns out the dresser was in somebody's house that died and they're haunting the dresser. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's something like that.
Or like old clothes. Like even like when we were in Toronto and we went to the hockey museum, there's like sections of like vintage, like really old, like
the jerseys.
Kits and stuff, and like even that like kind of freaks me out. Like, just
I don't think I've ever been to like an antique store. I never thought of that.
It's freaky. To me, at least.
I guess I should like never tell. Like technically, my grandma, like when she was alive, she had cancer and she lived in my dining room, so she technically passed away in my house. So like
interesting. Well, I'll let you know, Sam. When I've been in your house, I've not felt any spirits.
Okay, good. Like
I feel clean. There's a good aura in your house.
I'm so glad about that.
Yeah. Alex says all of their coworkers and they can sense the spirit and ghost at work, but never see anything. Weird things have happened there too. Okay, one of them cleansed the place. That's good. Hopefully it fixed everything after the cleanse. And then Eva says, Denise is here. Hi, Denise.
Just said she believes in ghosts and spirits.
I feel like I kind of figured I knew that.
Oh yeah.
Eva, this is crazy. That's crazy.
Wait, what? I see Grandma in the corner.
That is.
Oh, that's that.
I've heard stories of like that before though, and it seems to always be little kids that can see these things.
Because that's when people believe them, because it's like there's like people know there's no way that kid could have known that person, or like have a matching description.
That's crazy.
Did you see Judy said good luck with the old buildings in Europe?
Yeah, so if I'm outside of them, that's fine. And also there's gonna be a lot of people in there. Like I'm not gonna go at night and we're not gonna go by ourselves. So
I have heard to see the Roman Coliseum at night. I think it's that one. And it's really pretty at night, so I'm like definitely gonna do that.
And like I think we're gonna go to the catacombs, but it's gonna be in the daytime. So she'll be okay.
Doesn't matter if you're in the dark anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna get this off the screen before we attract any.
Do we have one more, you said?
We have two more. They kind of go together, but we'll do this one first. So what makes you blush?
Cabaret.
Oh, we had one from Twitter too. Let me go get the one from Twitter. I didn't put it in here.
Sam, what makes you blush? I feel like we've gotten Sam right a couple times on like in convention settings specifically.
I don't know.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
How was your family?
Let me see.
Everybody's agreeing with me on Cat Burrell. I would like to point out.
Okay, yeah. That's a good obvious answer. It is weird when I'm at work and people do know my name.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird feeling that I like never imagined.
Definitely
And then
cat.
where like
Everyone's
when people just tell me they're like, "I've seen you. You've been here a while. You've worked here." Like they don't know me, but they know who I am. I'm like, that's a weird feeling of like, and they're always happy. They always say, "You just look so happy, and you're always fun to see." And I'm just like, "Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot to me. As long like I like making people happy,
Mm-hmm.
so that kind of stuff. I don't know if I particularly blush because of it.
I don't feel like I blush in like, oh, like that was really cute and now I'm blushing. It's more like I blush when I'm embarrassed of something.
Oh yes,
Embarrassing happens, like for sure that.
yes.
I think I know I blush when I'm embarrassed, but I don't think there's anything else right now that I can think of where I blush.
But that's what's like, how would you know?
Exactly. Like, how would you
Yeah.
know because you can't see yourself? I mean, you can feel it in your cheeks, but
Yeah.
Definitely
interesting.
more embarrassment.
Okay, so this one,
I've just learned to laugh at myself all the time.
yeah, you have
That's
to
how you
laugh
get-
at
you
yourself.
gotta
Life's
laugh
too
at yourself.
short. Life's too short.
It's
So
not.
this one is, what is your love language? And I know some people have multiple, so if you have multiple, that's okay. You can say multiple.
Definitely acts of service. And like I don't mean like, oh, please go out and mow the whole lawn, but like just like tiny things like, oh, like leave a note or like know like if like the other person's gonna get home late and then like maybe do the dishes or something, like something so it's just like that like you can
Yeah.
get home and like you can have like quality time together.
Yeah.
That was
Has yours
little-
always been that, Tay? Or has it changed?
So I think
You
it's
think?
pretty like consistently been that.
My love
I
language.
love
or
We love you.
yeah, so you're great. Dude, Issa's coming here in June. She's coming to the States for a little bit.
I know.
And I'm so glad she gets to come to Philly.
I can't believe you're not coming to Idaho, Issa.
What time do you say it's a flyover state? It's just people just skip it all the time. Minnesota, Idaho, they're going to Washington.
I don't think Idaho's like on track for much to even be flown over. I think it's just like there.
A lot of people are agreeing with you, Tay. It's acts of service. Eva says probably quality time. Touch and quality time. Mine's like, I have two. Mine's like physical touch and then words of affirmation. But words of affirmation like has stemmed from trauma, so that's why we know where that comes from. Yeah. But yeah. Which like it's so funny because I didn't know like love languages were a thing until like honestly like a couple years ago.
I think like social media helped them become like relevant because I had no idea.
Yeah, I think like the first time I heard of it, it was like my sophomore year of college or something, and I was like, "Oh, this makes sense." Because I took like there's like a quiz you can take, and I took it, and I was like, "This makes a lot of sense."
Good old BuzzFeed.
All right, so this is our last question, unless people have submitted them since I did this, but I don't believe so. So this has like it's a long one. Okay, so this listeners curious about all of our first dates, how old we were, where did we go, what did we do, and did you have a first date kiss?
I think this one has different like answers because to me there's like, oh, there's my first date in high school with a boy. And I thought that was my first date experience.
Mhm.
But then let me tell you, when I got to college and I had my first date with a girl, I was like, oh, that other one was nice.
Yeah, I would agree, Tay. I mean, I dated a boy like in like elementary and middle school, but I don't count that. And we didn't actually go on dates. Like I would just go to swim at his house with like a bunch of other friends. Like it was like
Using him for
we
the
like
pool.
dated, but like we like held hands in the pool under the water so nobody could see. But he's queer now too, so that's really funny actually.
Well,
But
like
yeah,
you guys
I
were
would agree with you,
beers.
Tay. Like first true date was when I was with a girl. And yeah, we went to see she lived an hour away from me. She's my girlfriend. I was 16. And our first date, I drove all the way up there, picked her up secretly at her house because like she wasn't out yet and I wasn't out yet. And we went to a drive-in movie. But the whole time, it was so funny, you guys. The whole time, we just like sat, and you would think we would talk. We sat in silence the whole time.
Like,
and
did you watch the movie?
Yeah, we watched the movie. And it was so looking back now, I know why it was that way because like she was like talking to somebody else at the same time talking to me. You know how it goes. So that's why it was that way, but we were sitting there watching the movie. We didn't hold hands. We were just both sitting there like this watching the movie. And then so after that, I was like, I don't think this is going to work. So obviously we didn't kiss there. But in my next relationship, I did have a first date kiss in that relationship. We went to the movies to see Fast 9 at that point. No, Fast 8. I don't know. The one right after Paul Walker passed away. Whatever one that was. It was the first one back after that.
7 or 8?
It was 2017. Whatever one came out that year.
I think that was 8.
I think both first dates that I'm talking about, like with my like high school boyfriend. I can't even get the words out.
Like boyfriend. Oh.
Both were ice cream dates. So like with high school boyfriend, we like went to ice cream and then we were both like nerds. And then we went to the bookstore. And
that's perfect for you.
And we did not kiss. And then
that's like your ideal date. And it was with a boy. Ew.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then my first date with a girl, it was also an ice cream date. And there was a first kiss.
Yay.
Sam, first date, how old were you? Where did you go? What did you do? Did you have a first date kiss?
No to the kiss. Like, I don't.
That's okay. There's like I've been on many first dates and some I haven't had a kiss and some I have. Like it depends.
You guys know this. I really didn't date. I haven't really dated much anyway. But there was this is a funny story. I was at a concert it was like freshman or sophomore. I think it was sophomore year of high school. My family were all big Nickelback fans, so we went to Nickelback concert. And there were these 2 guys, and I think like their dad, or they were friends and whatnot. The dad was there with them too, and I just started talking to one of them, and we just talked the entire concert. Of course, my brother's next to me, and he's like, "Make sure you get his number when we're done." So I did, and then we started talking, and like I think he liked me. I don't know, but I'm like, I realized I'm like, I don't want to talk to this guy. It was like a week had gone by, and I'm just like, I would text him because I didn't want to be rude, but then he'd be like, I don't want to talk. I'm like, why? And he's like, because you just always leave after 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, I got
there's a reason for that. I don't know it yet, but there's a reason for it.
I totally forgot about this. And I was just like, sorry. And then it just like, no. I'm like, this makes so much sense
now.
10 years later, 8 years later.
First dates are weird, but also like so cool. Like if you think about it,
they're like little science experiments.
Yeah, and you're so nervous and giddy, and then like if it goes well, hopefully you keep those feelings. But if it doesn't, you're like, ooh.
It seems like we do have a like general consensus in the comments that don't go to a movie for your first date.
Yeah, I don't recommend. But
that was a good question.
That looks like that's all the questions that we had previous.
Thank you all for submitting your questions.
Yeah. This was fun. It was good to see your 2 faces and your voices in the comments.
I know. It's so fun to like see all of our friends in the comments.
I know. And we promise it won't be 8 months before we do another one of these.
If you do want to re-listen to this, again, we're going to upload the audio. Should be tomorrow. It really just depends on how long it takes to process and everything and all the technology stuff.
Yep. But, and then this will stay up on our YouTube, the video wise.
Yes. It'll be here for everyone to see. But thank you all. I think that's it from us.
Working with us, people.
We love you guys.
You.
Bye, y'all.
Have a nice rest of your day.